Welcome fellow prospectors. I'm not a YouTuber or a streamer. In fact, I just created a YouTube account yesterday and downloaded OBS to record gameplay. So this is all new to me. But I wanted to create a how-to mini-series on the awesome game ICARUS, a game created by Dean Hall, who made DayZ, along with game developers RocketWorks. This will be a level 0 solo player, suit-only drop, with no orbital gear. Basically starting with a stick, a rock and a prayer. So follow along to see how it's done from a fresh prospector drop into Olympus. We'll advance through all the tech levels and biomes, and I will include animal mounts, pet taming, claiming and naming. Let's get into it. Okay, let's start with creating a new character. So we'll click on this guy here. And we don't have a lot to choose from. Feminine or masculine is basically your two options. I think the only thing they did is just added a pinch filter for the tummy and a little bit of makeup. Color schemes, again, it's all in plan mode, I guess, so they're still coming up with new ideas for this, but we'll select masculine. We'll go for a blue suit. Voices, of course, male or female. Details for the face. It doesn't really matter what you choose here because you're not going to see the face anyway because you're going to be covered by a helmet. So as far as the scars and tattoos are concerned, it's neither here nor there. So let's pick a character name. How about something original? I think that'll do. Awesome. Let's create that character. We are good to go. We're going to start by creating a new world that we can play. You can load existing games, or you can join friends' games. Any one of your Steam friends who have actually created a game where they've allowed other people to play, you can go and play duo, trio, up to 6 players, I believe. So let's get back to new. We're going to go to open world. Missions are basically drop down, complete the objectives and get out. You don't take anything back with you. Anything you build gets left behind. Basically you just get a reward in RedM1n1on, which is the monetary currency used for completing objectives. Outposts, it's just a very small world with plenty of resources to just test build a house, get a base down, have a look at it, have a look at the area around, and just get in, get out basically. You don't even need a mount in those areas. You can cross the map in a couple of minutes. So back to open world, we'll select that. We have your 3 worlds to choose from. Prometheus, I haven't bought that expansion yet. Styx is a lot harder. They recommend you start at level 10 before you get to Styx. I have gone there and tried starting from the beginning with nothing, drop down into Styx. It is a lot harder to start. You've got to sort of know what you're doing because there's a lot of new animals like Komodo dragons, cheetahs, a lot of things that want to kill you outright, and you've sort of got to be, you know, quick on the draw, good with the knife, and sort of have an idea of how to build pretty quickly. So let's get to Olympus. Olympus is the first world that you buy. These are extra expansions that you can purchase later on. So we're going to start with the Olympus, create a new open world. This will let our friends come and join us if we wish. We're going to go in normal mode. I have played a hard mode before. Now hard mode, basically what happens is creatures can, like perception is the creatures will be able to see where you are a lot sooner. They're more aggressive. Melee damage gives you more damage, etc, etc for each of the animals. But in all honesty, once you get to killing them, they're not that much harder to kill. There's just more of them and they're relentless. If you're trying to build a base, wolves are at your door. They're destroying your bridges, eating your walls, and it's just very hard to get stuff done. And also, really, when they're coming to attack you all the time, you're constantly gathering meat and fur, bones, so it's actually a lot easier sometimes to actually have hard mode because you're just getting food brought to you. So we're just going to stick with normal mode, and we are going to call our world Red's World. Sure, why not? Okay, so we've claimed that prospect. Let's get into it and let's play. Okay, we're into loadout. Now loadout is where you start up on the space station. You start basically with an XIGO S5 Enviro suit. This is basically your jumpsuit that you come down with. All it has is one oxygen suit in it, which you can store an oxygen bottle or oxide. You need oxygen to breathe on these planets. You can't just drop down with nothing. So that's all you get. Now if you wish, if you've bought other bits and pieces up in loadout with REN, which is the one of the currencies, or exotics, which is the other currency you can buy, you can get some gear and you can buy it and you can drag it across and just load it and take it with you. So if you want to start the game with already having a water bottle, an oxygen bottle, a whole suit of armor, pickaxes, knives, basically it's an easy way to kickstart your game so that you don't have the repetitive problem of starting everything from scratch. We're going to do this as a brand new player, so we're going to take nothing down with us. We're going to start with a stick and a rock basically, and we're going to just be Stone Age. So we'll take our suit and we are going to confirm loadout. The insurance is basically if you're going to a hard world and you die, you lose everything. I think you get 3 times to die, and then after that anything you take down from loadout is gone, unless you claim from insurance. If you get the insurance, you can claim your gear back within 5 days to go again. So let's confirm loadout. The world map. At the beginning of each game you're going to get this world map, and it shows you the whole map and all the different biomes. We've got desert, riverlands, the northern desert, we've got the Arctic biomes, we've got conifer down here, another small Arctic biome here. Now once you start playing the game, the black fog of war will encompass the whole map except the area you're in. So then you'll no longer be able to know where various biomes are until you uncover the map. So we've actually already played the game, so we've uncovered the map already, but this is basically what it looks like. So just quickly, they recommend you start down here in conifer, full of trees, animals. Weather patterns are quite easy to survive. A lot of wolves and tyrannuses around here, which are the horses which want to eat you. A few pigs. Up north down here we have bear country. Down here we have bear country as well. And of course we have little areas where we can break through into the different biomes. So there's an access point here to get to the desert. There's another one up here to get through the desert. There's also a cave system which I believe is here, which will link you through a tunnel. We can get through to the desert here as well. Entrance to Arctic, exit to Arctic, more Arctic entrances and exits. Here in the desert there's also a tunnel which breaks through here, and we can get a shortcut through from the Arctic to the desert here. Also this entrance splits off and goes round to this part of the desert, comes out here, I think, somewhere around here. So that's a rather expansive cave system full of ores to mine. Up here in Riverlands, that's quite a nice place to play as well. Lots of bears around here, bears down south I think. Not much happens over this side of the map, really just to complete missions. In areas around these lakes here, of course you get alligators, crocodiles, whatever. Now in the snow's tricky. It's pretty savage. You'll die of exposure pretty quickly. You'll get frostbite. These snow wolves, you get the Arctic scorpions and polar bears depending on which part of the snow you go to. It's not in throughout the whole of the biome. There's just certain spots where you'll find an Arctic scorpion, or there's a polar bear area around here. Usually they're at the entrance and the exits of the biomes. That's where you'll find your bears. Over here we have our desert area. The northern desert looks like it's easier to survive because of all the water content, the rivers and the lakes. but this northern desert is actually a little bit more savage to live in than the southern one. The southern one down here, you drop right here in the oasis. There's desert scorpions, cougars, and a lot of tribos, the new character that they've just brought in. They'll want to kill you, but then so does, the heat. You'll get heat exhaustion, you'll die of thirst. You're pretty much limited to just playing around this area when you first start, because unless you know where the water is, you can't venture very far because you'll overheat and you'll die of thirst unless you've got a couple of water bottles. Again, if you know where the caves are, you can get water out of some of the caves, so that's one thing at least. Up here you've got they seem to be more aggressive. We have a lot of scorpions, desert scorpions, hyenas, pigs, and of course more dribbos, and I think there's a lot of moas up here as well. They're not that aggressive, but they will attack you if you get too close. In the snow you can get mammoths. Mammoths won't attack you unless you attack them first. Bears will attack you on sight. In the desert, most animals will attack you on sight as well, but the moas are not as aggressive unless you get too close. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pick this biome here. We'll click here, conifer recommended. It's comfortable weather patterns, not too hard to survive. You probably won't die if you get caught out in the wind or light rain. It's only the electrical storms where you can get hit by lightning. Again, it'll decrease your health, but it probably won't kill you outright. Plenty of food, plenty of oxygen, plenty of water, lots of trees obviously, and of course we have passive creatures which we can hunt without worrying about getting our head ripped off. So there's lots of food, rocks and ores, plenty of things to mine and build. So down here we also have our aggressive creatures. So they're set to medium. The mounted creatures is only medium here for the easier game. So we just set on medium mode, so they're not too bad. So let's drop here. Claiming prospect. Yep, that's our name. Steam friends only can join, or of course you can say private. We'll leave this on Steam friends only for now because I'm pretty sure I won't be interrupted in our series, but we will claim this.